Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you the things that I bought recently. I've been trying to get some more videos out, and I might be talking a little fast, but because I keep on trying to record this video, I keep on running out of time. And first of all these things I might not have bought recently, but these are things that are new to me, and I think of as new. I'm just trying to get something out to test out my new way of recording video. First, I got this at a thrift shop for 15 bucks. This Wii, it didn't come with a controller, and I did buy it to play Wii games, so I didn't really need that anyway. Most I needed it for to set up some thing, and to go to the thing and go to the main menu and operate that. And I needed a sensor, but I had an extra one at home because I have a Wii U, and I used to have a Wii, and I kept the sensor as an extra. First, it had this part, but it came off in the corner. The hinges were kind of loose in the store, but when I came out and started messing with it, it popped off, and that's not a big deal because I can buy a new one. And it doesn't mess with it anyway. I just think it looks a little bit better with it, so I can close it. And then I hacked it up with some games. I got some games. I'm not gonna tell you how, but I got me some free games on here. And I really just got the games that I already had on my old Wii. I didn't feel like buying again because I used to have a Wii, and my mom loved a few games, and I didn't feel like buying them again. It's like $5 a game, and I don't feel like it. And then, of course, I told you I was using it to play GameCube games. I think I told you that. Either way, I'm using it to play GameCube game. And here's the controller that I got. It's a Yobo controller. It's pretty good. I had the option between buying this or buying an actual Nintendo one, so it's not that I couldn't afford it. I just rather use the extra $5 that it would have took to buy it and buy me another game. And then here's the memory card I got for it. It's a Mad Cat. You're making sure I have it facing the right way. It's a Mad Cat's. It's a bigger thing, and I want to get original one just because it fits in the cases, and I kind of like that. And of course, if I'm going to start collecting GameCube, I have to get some actual GameCube games. And The Incredibles, haven't played it yet, but it seemed pretty good. Most I've done is put it in and make sure it works. And I have Nicktoons Unite, and this one I have on the PS2. In case I haven't told you guys, I don't think I have, but I have it on the PS2. But I got it at a gas station weirdly, and it didn't come with a case. It was just in sleeves, so I got it because it was super cheap. And Rainbow Six Siege, I haven't played it. I still need to fix the case because like you can't see it. Let's see if it can focus in on it. But it looks questionable on what it is. It looks nasty. And then I have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I played a little bit of this. It was fun, but I haven't got that far into it because Final Fantasy game is something that you have to sit down and get into. I haven't had that much time. And I got Soul Calibur 2. I have this on all the other consoles. I finally have the GameCube version. I like the GameCube version just because Link, I wanted to get every copy of it because it's a cheap game. And they all have like reasons to buy each copy because they have different characters. The PS2 one I got for my friend's PS2 game because they had number 1, number 2, and number 3 in it. And I don't like the character. I have no connections to the character, so I didn't really care that much for it. And I have Batman. I don't like this game because the aiming control is weird. Just like you go to grapple and the camera spins around and you stop it, and I really just don't like that. I hate it and it aggravates me. And then of course I got the best games ever, Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1. I haven't played Resident Evil 0 yet. I got into it. This is the first game I started playing. Like, not the first Resident Evil game I started playing, but the first GameCube game I'm really getting into. And then I got Resident Evil 1. I think it's a remake, but they don't call it a remake. It just looks a little bit better. And then I got 2 NES games. I got Top Gun and I got Spider Hunter. These aren't the best game, but I just got it because it was really cheap. It was like $1 or $2 a piece. I don't know what it was, but I just wanted to upgrade my NES collection because it's really, really, really low. And I got 3 DS games. I got Hotel Giants. I got this because I was going to get it because it was really cheap. And then when I got to the register, it turns out it was priced wrong because it's actually really a lot cheaper. It's 95 cents. I don't really like it. Like I thought from the back it was going to be a Sims knockoff, but I can't figure out how to do anything. I'm not sure if I'm just not smart or if Yeah, I'm probably just not smart. But then I got this because I just thought it was kind of funny. This Silly Bands, when I was littler, I was like, my sisters were a lot more into it than I was, but I was little. I remember seeing them, look for them. A Silly Bands video game. There's little rubber bands and a shape like thing. It's okay. It's an Angry Birds knockoff. Like, that's what I thought it's gonna be, so it's not that bad. Like, I just got it just to get it just because it was 95 cents, and it's really cheap, and it's not the boringest game you can possibly get. Only thing I wish is it didn't come with my exclusive Silly Bands. I wish it would have. And then I got this game just because I owned a DSi. The DSi was my friend's console that I owned myself. I kind of got into getting games too late, And this game is a DSi exclusive game. And really, I owned the DSi for I want to say 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. And I never knew there was exclusive DSi games. I guess it didn't work out that well for them, so they didn't keep it up. And then I got this game. See, I had trouble with a copy of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I love that game, but I got 2 copies from them, and they didn't want to work. And I eventually just took it back, and they didn't have any more copies on the original Xbox, and all the other copies were a little bit more expensive. So I picked out this one in the System Flaw game. This game I was really expecting a lot more for, since there's a Van Helsing game. Because I remember I played one when I had Xbox Live on Xbox One and gave me it, and I couldn't play it for that long. It was a top-down perspective game, kind of like Diablo, but that's what I thought this was gonna be. I looked at on the back, and it looked kind of 3D, so I was like, oh, that's gonna be kind of cool. Maybe it's like a Skyrim kind of game, but it would have been lower quality. I didn't know how they were gonna stuff it into the original Xbox. Kind of knew not to expect that, but I didn't expect it being a direct knockoff of Devil May Cry. It's a direct knockoff. A lot of the moves are the same. I haven't played a lot of Devil May Cry, but I own all the games. I played it good enough, and a lot of the moves, if I put Dante, like a lot of the things, like you roll out of the way and everything, like it's almost exactly like Dante. He even has his trench coat. He just looks a little bit different. So it's a good game. I just didn't need it. I wish that the Marvel Ultimate Alliance would have went better, because I would have loved to own it still. And then I got some Nintendo 64 games, just because I don't have that many of them. And there's not that many of them, so I'm really going for a complete collection if I can. And I'm going to say this one is the best, in case you can see it from that far away. I'm going to save it for last. I got a WWF Attitude. I'm getting all the wrestling game, just because I can play them and I can have a good bit of fun with them. Because they're mostly the same game, just different characters maybe, and maybe it looks a little bit better. Maybe the controls a slight bit different, but mostly the same. So I got WWF. The only thing that bothers me is the case is messed up. You can see there's markings on it, there's scratches on it. Of course, the WWF game was going to be owned by kids. And then there's some on the back. And then I got a WCW versus NWO game. And yeah, this one's good on quality. I don't know a lot of the characters. I know Hulk Hogan, I know Big Show, but I wasn't around back then, so I really don't know a lot of characters. I don't have any connections to any of them, so it's okay. But it's at least it's cheap. And then my favorite N64 game right now is Castlevania, because I went to my hometown. It's the same place where I get a lot of things for pretty cheap. Just like I was looking around for something for later, but I get a lot of games really cheap there, and I didn't expect this, because in my town, this game would have been $29.99, right? I got it for, guess how much? I'll give you a moment. Put in the comments how much you think it was. I got it for $7, and I jumped on it because the case looks really good. It could be a knockoff or something, but I don't think it is. And it plays, so I don't really care. It's it's good. The plastic feels okay, so I don't think it's a knockoff. And the sticker right here is really clean, and I'm really glad that the sticker that they put on there for the pricing was over here, so everything kind of came off cleanly, and even the back label was in pretty good condition. And next, I'm gonna put this just to get it out of the way. This is the PS1 controller, DualShock one. It's an off-brand, not because I can't afford the real one, because they're 95 cents now, and $6 at my town for the ones with the the DualShock kind of ones. I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. My train train of thought just went off. But I love the off-brand controllers because back then they had to make them look different. And that's why I always love how weird they can look. And especially if I can get them for really cheap. So 95 cents, this was 95 cents. In my town, this would have been $6. But when I went to my hometown to visit my sister, they had this in a bin for 95 cents. So I picked it up. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Because it's really noisy, but I think that's just the motors in there. Or something busted up in there. Something happened. But the motors are really strong, so I'm thinking that's it. But I love how cheap it was, and I think this might possibly be my main controller. I haven't really played that many PS1 games lately, but I'm going to try it with that, and I think it's a little bit better than my controllers I use now. And next, I got some PSP games. I got Kingdom of Paradise. This is actually a Sony exclusive game, and I played it a little bit. It was pretty fun, but this game I played a lot more. It's Neverland Card Battle. It's like a turn-based RPG, but every battle you get different cards, and you can build your deck with powerful things. Each card can either be a spell to affect the opponent, or it can be a monster, not a monster. It could be something that can fight for you, and you can fight as well. So it's not just your monsters going after them. Only thing is, I haven't got that far, so I don't have that most powerful card. So don't try to duel me, because you might kick my butt. But it's pretty fun, and I think I can get a lot of enjoyment into it. The only thing is, it's kind of hard for me, just because I'm not that good into, not that good into RPGs really. But I think I could really get into it. And not lastly, but I just forgot to mention it. This game, I really love it. It doesn't have the disc in there because it's actually in my GameCube right now. It is Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfection. I just love the versus battle because you can if you're Spider-Man, you can sling webs and whip around the thing. And let's say if you're someone that doesn't have super you can lift up objects, you can lift up telephone poles. If you're a big thing, something like the thing, where you're super strong, you can lift up telephone poles and rack your opponent around with it, or you pick up cars and throw it at people and it might explode. But if you're someone weak that doesn't have superhuman strength, I forgot which characters were in there. I haven't unlocked them all, but some characters that aren't that strong, they can't lift certain objects. It depends on the power, and I think that's really cool in my opinion. And I think the fighting and the attacks are a lot different from character to character. So I don't think there's any moves that are copied. Only thing is, I wish there was a sequel to this with more characters because it doesn't have a big weapons list. And there's only one thing that bothers me, a slight thing. The mystery characters, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be mystery, but Venom, a lot of them, in the main screen, it shows comic books, comic book pages, but it shows most of the characters that you're supposed to unlock. So it just I'm glad I found out some of the characters I like still be in here, like Venom. But then it takes away from the surprise of me unlocking them. I'm like, oh my god, Venom's in this game. I would have been a lot more excited. And I think I only got 2 more games left. I'm trying. This is really good because I finally made this video without it messing up on me. And first, the disc isn't in here because it's in my Wii. But I found this for. See, this is a little bit of a story. I went to my hometown and I seen it for $5. I just thought it was just because it was in our town. Because my town is always listed as $10. So I remember I really, really wanted it, but I didn't have the money. But then at the end of my trip, my mom gave me a little bit of extra money, and I was able to afford it. I went back there, and it was gone, and it made me very sad. But then when I went back to my town, and I'm kind of cool with the people down here. We have conversations about games every once in a while when I come in here. Because my uncle, when I get back, my uncle was coming down here to stay a little bit. He gave me a little bit of money for my grandma, and when she gave me that little bit of money, I was like, oh, that's cool. I can go to the game store and get me a few more games. My GameCube, give me a little bit more for my collection. And when I went up there, I told them about, I told them how I was going to get this game, but then they didn't have it. And then they looked up in the system. Turns out it was marked down there. They just didn't have it on sticker. So I ended up getting it, and it's pretty fun to me. I remember I played it a while back on the PlayStation 4. It gave it to me for a little bit, but I just stopped paying it and stopped letting me play it. I didn't get that much into it because I knew I was going to stop being able to play it, so I didn't want to get into it, get attached to it, then not be able to play it anymore. But I've got it on here, and it's pretty fun, but it has a lot of gimmicky stuff with the controller. On some things, when you aim, you have to move around the pat thing, and I don't really like that. And I wish I can use a Pro controller. It says you can, but I tried and it won't let me. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But it's fun. I think you can get a good bit of time into it. Only thing is, there's this part where you gotta attack a horn from getting into your place. And I kept on dying, and I went back out there because the guy that was giving me orders still wants me to kill off the horn. I couldn't find them. They glitched up and they left. They said, this guy sucks at this game, and I don't want to deal with him. So they just left me. And lastly, I think this is last, I got Mario Galaxy 1. I know a lot of people are going to say I should have played this by now. But see, I had this game, well, kind of had this game. See, I had the Wii U so I can play Scratch game, and I used to have this stepsister, and she was a bit of a giant, and she would get games and never let me touch them. And I honestly, and she was really annoying and really behind on, you know, like her mind was like a kid, but like there was nothing wrong with her. She was just really immature and stuff, so she really liked this game. So I thought, oh, it must be stupid. And then I remember she hated like one of the game. I think she number 2. She hated it because she couldn't beat it, so she threw it away. And I thought, I'm not gonna let a game go to waste. But I didn't collect back then, so I didn't really keep it. So I got it. But then one of my friends really wanted it, and he traded me some 3DS games for it. I just got a 3DS. I wanted some more games for it, so I traded it, and I wish I didn't, because then I really, really, really want to try it. And I'm thinking, because now I'll be better at it. And I bought it, but I haven't got that far into it. I've barely played it since I bought it, so I'm still not into it. I'm trying to be, but I'm probably never gonna be into it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with myself. But lastly. But I think that's about it. I think I sold all my games. I'm really happy. Finally got through it. I've tried this like a few times. I want to put it out to my channel a little more. Like, I'm bored around the house, and I don't really got anything to do, so I just kind of want to put it in here. And I would put a fidget spinner in here because I own one now, but I think that'd be too clickbaity. But that's about it. Thank you for watching my channel. If you watch it, please comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, tell me what you think of my new, the new quality of my camera, because it is a lot better quality than my laptop. But it might not want to upload, because last time I tried to record a video on here and upload it, it was being a jerk to me. But please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And I would really appreciate to come watch some of my other videos. I think it's okay. Like, I don't think it's the best, because it's kind of cringy for me to watch it. But I make virtual reality videos when I can. I like to do gameplay. I try to do gameplay, but sometimes I forget about it. I never finish games. But keep with me. I'm trying. We'll see you guys. Bye.